YouTube fans, Shaving Cadre fans, Keto Diabetic fans, Bill M fans. I'm going to be doing some honing today. I wanted to do a little bit of a video. Well, I've already done some honing. I'm going to do a little bit more honing. This one's kind of special. It's where I'm having the opportunity to hone for a Jedi master in the arena of using convex hones. The gentleman who has made it possible for me through his pursuit. I got some stuff, and the reason I'm honing one of Jedi Master Jarrod's razors, and he considered this a beater. I guess it looks like it's melted or something there. Okay, because I got a Suehiro 20K stone. I lapped it on the lapping plate into a convex shape, and he's been looking at these stones, and that's kind of started something. And then he said he bets that the bevel, the business end of the bevel, will be very, very smooth, which it is. And he said something about wanting it to be able to get it under a scope, and then he, being the master enabler he is, usually he's an enabler for stuff that he's selling, but he sent me a link to a microscope, and I just had to have one. So I bought a microscope, and it's a lot of fun to play with. I got the Amscope 20 by 40, 20 and 40 wide field with the LED lights. You can get those for sub $300. It's nice. It's nice. It's a toy. Okay. It's a thing that, do you need one? No, you don't need one. A little loop I think will get you. And I've always relied on my little test of taking the razor and doing a push cut in one of these peanuts. And by the way, the peanuts, there's a difference in peanuts. Those of you who, like this one here, okay, is I believe a cornstarch. This one is a polystyrene. If you take this and you put this in water, or put water on there, it will begin to disintegrate this. So it's like a biodegradable type thing. It's a test that you could do. I find it less consistent for the push cutting than using a polystyrene peanut. And I got some of the polystyrene things around. I got some of these too. And I don't know if they're allowed to make polystyrene peanuts anymore, but I have enough for a little while. So what I am going to do, and what I also got our new razor this week. I got TI 7/8. What do they call this? This is it's got the little zebra logo on it. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, and it's kind of a plain razor. This has a camel bone scales, but this is a very, very workhorse razor. Like all TI razors, the pinning is very tight, the best in the business. And I just kind of view this as nothing really, really super flashy, but something that if you wanted one razor, if I wanted one razor, a serviceable razor, and I don't want one, I want more than one. Okay, but I wanted this one because I thought, and as far as I'm concerned, these TIs, the performance that you get out of these after you hone them the way that I hone, I just don't think anything tops them. Maybe with the exception of that filly that I did for Matt the other week. Okay, but I haven't shaved with this yet, but it is in beautiful shape, and with the scope you can see very, very clearly that there's a polish on the business end, and I'm going to try and do the illustration for Jarrod What I'm going to do, you know, I did check this. I wouldn't expect me, even if he does consider this a beater, I would not expect him. I mean, this goes right in on a push cut. This is sharp. This is, you know, there's nothing wrong with the edge on this. So I doubt that it's going to need a lot of work. But what my intent to do is I'm gonna I'm gonna take the short radius soft arc. I'm gonna put a little bit of a coticule slurry on there with some water, and then I'm gonna put some ballistol on there, and I'm gonna work that. And what I find is that gives that frosty look to the metal that'll help you see. And then I'm gonna come back to this stone, the Suehiro 20K, and I'm gonna work just to hit the edge. I'm not gonna kill his edge, okay? But I'm gonna work it a little bit to see can I see in the scope the difference in the polish. And then what I am gonna do is I am gonna go through my normal strop progression with the balsa strops, you know, so those, and then the CBNs, because that's, for me, that is what gives me the edge that I like. And then I'm gonna pack this razor up. I'm gonna ship it back to Jarrod, the proprietor of the Superior Shave in Jacksonville, Florida, Jack's Beach. And he's going to shave with this, and it'll give him a chance to look at the microscope, a chance to evaluate my work, and having been somebody who's done business with Jarrod for quite a number of years, he normally speaks what's on his mind, and I would expect him to speak what's on his mind with this. If he doesn't like it, I would expect him to be honest and say so, and that's okay, because I value frankness and truth and honesty and that sort of thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to make a video of me all doing that, and then I'm going to send that back, and maybe Jarrod will come up, the Jedi Master will come up with his things. I also bought another lapping plate, okay, and this one was one of the ones that he rejected, okay, and I guess they, I'm assuming he made it good to him on, you know, the money wise or whatever, but in this dimension, this 11-inch dimension here, this does not have the curve, okay, that it's supposed to. It has a little bit more curve this way, and I was hoping, because some of these were supposed to be very, very curvy, and I took a gamble. I bought one hoping that I would get, and he had them all packed up, and I did not expect him to open them all up and find the curviest one, because it's a subjective type thing. It doesn't really matter, because I kind of have a purpose of what I may want to do with this. But this is good for getting a stone like this curved, and it's, like I said, I checked it against my stones. I put my stones on there with a little pencil mark, and I wanted to see where to braid it off, and that's pretty much, this is pretty much, turned out to be exactly what he said it would be, okay? So, there's some of those available. People may want to get those. One of the things I want to do when John, my friend, the crazy Norwegian, who also hones with curvy stuff, and shapes his stones with a plate that is part of a set that's used to sharpen ice skates. And I may get something like that. There's other plates, diamond plates that are flexible. And what I may do, I bought a couple of arcs. Okay, I bought another one of these soft arc, and then I bought a translucent. And what I may want to do is I may want to get one of those tight plates and put it on here and increase the curvature or do something, shim it up so I can abrade that and get something a little more curvy than this. Because I think what's going to happen on this razor, okay, the 7/8 you can really, 7/8, 6/8 you can really see the distinctive difference in the curvatures and where you're grinding as you start hitting 5/8 and 4/8. And I noticed it. I still got one working here that was fine for me. And I think that's like a 4/8. Let me check and see. Yeah, so this is probably 5/8. It's probably got a little bit of wear and tear on it, but the difference between the two curvatures of the stones is not quite as pronounced on the razors that are not as big. I'd thought meant a couple times, because going from this curve to this curve on the smaller razors, the change over happens really quick. So you could be working away from the edge, back beveling as I call it, on this, okay, and next thing you know, you got this one all the way out to the edge, which is okay, but a more coarse stone like that hitting the edge, your possibility of putting a little chip in there increases a little bit, and that's why I found it to be a little less so if I use a coticule slurry on this stone with Ballistol as a lube. But as it goes back and forth, I'm going to take one of those rocks. If I can make it a little bit more curvy and be cutting, hollowing out that bevel a little bit more, then what I can do is, if I got that stone shaped the way I want it, this is aluminum. Okay, so I could put a piece of sandpaper on that stone and use that stone as a sanding block, and I can reshape a plate to maintain my stones with. And should I want to shape balsa in a more curvy, I don't think I want to be more curvy on the balsa than what I am, but it'll give me some options, and just playing around with it. Also, Jarrod, I know sometimes you catch my videos. When I send this razor back to you, I hope you like it. I'm hoping to finish it up. Today is Saturday the 8th. A little late in the day. I probably won't get this posted up till Sunday. But I'll probably get this in the mail to you, heading back to your way Monday. You should have it within the week, okay? And also, what I'm going to throw, and I thought about making a balsa strop for you, because the people that have had balsa strops with the 10th micron CBN emulsion, they like those. Okay, so I got a bottle of this stuff that's I've used. It's about half full. Okay, I'm gonna tuck this into you. What you're gonna find, you may want to find this. Put a couple of drops. You need a few more drops if you're on balsa, to just put some drops on there and then smooth it around and let it dry. If you want to shape a piece of balsa and use that, like me. Another thing that I've done is I've taken this and I sent that particular strop off with my loaning kit, but I put a couple of drops on that Ruskin, which was actually the guy who developed this very same, he's he's passed on now. A gentleman by the name of Ken Schwartz, who was the first guy that was doing this, and he was putting this on the substrate of kangaroo leather. Okay, and that's kind of where some of this came from. Put a couple of drops on that, or another strop you may want to try, which if I had another one, I think I saw on your website you had these back up again. Those Jarrod kind of practice strops that are very inexpensive. That's a great leather. Put a couple of drops on that and smear it around and let it dry, and see if that doesn't really fine you with a very smooth edge. So that's that. What I'm going to do is I will strop this. This will be ready to go. Okay. I'm not going to shave with that, so there's no need for sanitation concerns. You know, I mean, you know, I always like to sanitize razors when they go from, you know, one shave to another on different people. I don't have any bloodborne diseases that I know of. Okay, but I want to keep it that way. So I'm not going to shave with this. I think it'll shave pretty well. I am going to put a little bit of Vaseline on it. I saw you had a lube on it, and I'll package it up pretty much in the same way I received it. Hope you like it. I'll cut back in for a finish on this at the end, and that'll be one of my shorter videos. So you all have a good one. Take care. Bill out. Greetings, Bill here again. Finished up that razor. Did not take that long. Here it is. I came through as exactly as I thought it would with the 2 stones, and then went through the strops. What I am getting is what I look for. Just a simple push cut into the styrofoam. That's been my test. For whatever reason, these hanging hair tests, they don't really seem to work for me. And I certainly don't have that much hair on my arms to, you know, and I've gone around and taken hairs out of brushes and stuff, and it just, but this here has been something that we're just a gentle push for it to go in, and I'll be shaving with this tomorrow. Beautiful razor. I love this razor. If anybody does tune in and is looking for a straight razor, these are nice. These tiers of sort, I think they shave and hold an edge better than just about anything. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I can hone up and put a terrific edge on a Chinese wonder, and it can do this just as easy. Just goes in. The thing is in my experience, this is a pretty soft steel. It'll last about 10 shaves, and then you see it degrade. I've shaved with one of these French razors, particularly the steel that they've been using, the C135 Carbon Song, I think that's what they call it. And I got tired of the duration thing after about 30 shaves, and I figured if I could shave with a straight razor for 30 days and not notice any difference just with stropping, and the strop that I do, where my maintenance strop is a balsa, shaped balsa with the CBN and then leather, and even using Barber Dave's flat blading technique. The edge holds. It does not hold on the stuff from China, but they are decent way to learn honing, however you hone. Jarrod, when you get this under the scope, you'll see I am on where the difference between the curves are. It does not have what I was hoping with the Suehiro to do, and I haven't done it yet. The other thing I haven't done yet, but I was hoping to eliminate some of the balsa strops. I may be able to work with my technique and do that, because I'd ultimately like to get down to less of them to do that with. You can see the difference on here, but if I continued to work on that Suehiro stone on this smaller razor, I would have been on the edge, and I would have abraded it all the way back on the bevel, and then I would not have that hollowing of the bevel that I had. This one, on the other hand, being a 7/8, 7/8, I'm about halfway, so you can see it. And if you do consider buying one of these are not easy to hone. They're not just like the one I honed up for you know, this one took me a couple strokes. I was done because it had been honed. This one, honed from the factory, I looked at it, and it on the toe, it did my test, but it was a little pushy down here. And then funny thing was, and shame on them, I found a little teeny chip somewhere in here that I did not like, and then had to work out. But looking under the scope, the bevel was highly polished, and I know that based on the videos that I've seen from Thierry Zassard, that they do finish on pasted paddle strops. That's at least what they show to do, and they apply their paste a little bit heavier than I do, and I can see how they could get that polished type finish. I don't have any longer quite as polished of a finish, but if you get under the scope and you look at the edge, sometimes I'm only just right on the very, very edge. So Jarrod, this is got some petroleum type stuff on there to preserve that. I'll pack that up. This will be going in back in the mail to you. This has been a fun exercise. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did working it for you. Jedi Master Jarrod. Okay, Bill out. Everybody have a great week, and happy honing and happy shaving and all that kind of stuff. Take care.